Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. And this topic is very interesting because it gets us to touch on a subject that is so vital, so important. And if you're not a subscriber, you should become one, because we always talk about marriage in ways that you have not heard anywhere else, and it works. So this topic is I am not happy with my wife. What should I do? Let's talk about free will. Why? Because we don't know about it. We think it's freedom of choice. We think it's freedom of speech. We think it's choosing chocolate over vanilla, or picking a Maserati over a Mustang. Those are examples of free choice on a very low level. We're not taught about free choice. Growing up, we're not taught about who and what we are. This is really important, and it hits right on this topic, so bear with me. Free choice, really, literally, can extend all the way, and there's examples of this in the world, where someone can use their willpower to speed up their pulse on one side of their body and slow it down on the other, literally, without any tricks. They have that much power. But there's somewhere in between choosing between chocolate and vanilla and affecting the rate of your heartbeat. We have free will in terms of our perceptions. How we see things is not written in stone. It's not, quote unquote, who we are. It is who we choose to be, how we choose to perceive things, but we threw it away. We threw away that power. That's a power. That power of deciding how we see things is a power because it's free will. Utilization of your free will is a power. But we throw it away. How do we throw it away? Good question. Thank you for asking that question. What happens is we have this mind. We're not the mind. We have a mind. We're actually a soul. But we have a mind. We have a body. They're possessions. We know what the body does. It's a collection of bones and muscles and organs. Some are organs of perception. Some are organs of maintenance. Our mind has software. It is an organ in one sense. It's a machine. It translates what our eyes see, what our ears hear, what our tongue tastes. It translates all of that on our behalf. So what happens is we have these habitual, they're just habits. You see, the mind is really good at coming up with shortcuts to save us time and energy. Just like when we're typing and our computer finishes our word for us. It's an efficiency that our mind has. It shortcuts us out of the picture. So we're giving up our free will to decide how we're going to see something, how we're going to hear something, how we like it or how we don't like it. It's free choice, but we gave it up. So when you say, I'm not happy with my wife, what should I do? Well, your wife may not be happy with you too, and for the same reason. We were never taught these things, but the very first thing you should do is recognize that your wife has flaws, and it's okay. You have flaws, and it's okay. You didn't marry your wife hoping she would become perfect. You married your wife because you wanted to connect with her at the level that is above the flaws, that is above how she behaves, that is above how you behave. You wanted to connect with her on that level where you felt that love when you first started thinking about marrying her. You felt that love for her. And your mind wasn't going then into areas of, well, what if she gains weight? What if she becomes a chatterbox? What if she's hyper jealous? What if she is a workaholic? What if she blah, blah, blah? You didn't go there because your consciousness, and the psychologists will tell you you didn't go there because of physiological things, but that's nonsense. It's not true. Your mind didn't go there because you were operating as a soul. Your love, you fall in love, in love. It's a spiritual reality that you're in. It's not a superimposed thing on the mind. It transcends the mind. So you're in love with her and she's in love with you. But because we're not taught how to be married, you descended into mundane, almost nonsensical behaviors, day-to-day crap, and you lost your connection. And so these things about her started showing themselves to you in a different light, where you were no longer in love with her. Now you were just married. And so things change. And that's what happened. It's literally what happened. Look, I've been doing this for over 20 years. I was a divorce mediator. Over 20 years ago, I got into this and it had to reinvent marriage, basically, and look at things with a different eye and recognize what marriage is actually all about. It's a very spiritual thing. And you've descended out of the spiritual realm of love and joy into the mundane realm of this is no good, this is not bad, but blah, blah, blah. You want to lift yourself back up. You want to see past her behaviors. You want to just cultivate the love for her, not just behave in a way that's more loving. You want to cultivate the love, cultivate your devotion, cultivate your dedication to her. And then you will realize who she is to you. She's your soulmate, but you've missed it all. And there's no woman on the planet who can fulfill you until you have begun to master your mind so that you can do this. They don't teach us this. It's nobody's fault that they don't teach us this. They don't teach us a lot of things that are really important. Maybe you're an engineer, I don't know, but for me, algebra is just irrelevant. Well, I didn't do very well in it anyway. However, no one taught me about relationships. They taught us about bullying and they taught us about minor little things without context. But they certainly didn't teach us that we're souls, that we possess our bodies, we possess our minds, but we should, when we find our soulmate, we should live in that realm of love and operate on the mundane level, but live in the state of love. Then you have an amazing marriage, and you will be happy with your marriage. So what should you do? Is you should start managing your mind, start mastering it. Now you could read one of my books, but it's not going to get you there. You really need to take the course for men. Now this wasn't all a sales pitch. I gave you honest, truthful, useful feedback. But the way to do it isn't really out there except for us and except for the course for men. And that's why I bring it up, only for that reason. So that's what you can and you should do. It's well worth it. Well worth it. Okay. So I hope you've subscribed based on what you've learned, recognizing that our approach to marriage is so useful. And I hope you will like this video. It's very easy for you to do it. If you like it, please don't like it just because I ask you. And now I'm going to switch topics to, this is for those who have been following for quite a while and really get what the Marriage Foundation is all about. And you're already a therapist or a marriage counselor or you're clergy and you're helping people, or you're just wanting to become a marriage counselor and you want to do it the TMF way, which is very standardized. Our practices, our principles, our philosophies, and our purposes, all of it's standardized. And we'll teach you everything about the business, everything about how we'll market together, and you'll really know your stuff. And by August the 1st, so I'm told, 2022, you'll be able to sign up and start becoming a TMF counselor. Now it'll be a pre-sale because I haven't completed the course yet. I'm just in the beginning of starting it. But what a great opportunity, because we're going to have very deeply discounted pricing. So if you're interested in that, please let us know and we'll let you know when it's up and ready for you. So that's it. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I want to thank you. God bless you, and take care.